What's up, heathens? How y'all doing? Been getting a lot of traction with the Flat Earth community lately, and I gotta tell you, they bring out, how should I put this, the most intellectual fucking people that have absolutely no fat jokes at all. So, we're gonna be looking at a Flat Earth Hippie tonight, who's gonna be telling us how the compass actually works.
I say this is north, south, east, and west. Now, here's the United States, here's South America, here's India, China, Russia, all that. There's Australia up here. So, I get in my little boat. I'm going to circumnavigate this son of a gun. I think east, west, south, and north are specific points, maybe even portals. Something we've been shooed away from, and
but now we're gonna go on to this guy. He's got a whiteboard. Are you guys believing me yet? If I draw some more on this whiteboard, you're gonna listen to it? Okay, well, I'm gonna keep on fucking doing it.
Flat Earth Hippie here. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the directions east and west, north and south. And I think that compass thing that they give us as a needle allegedly pointing north is just another confusion issue. I mean, it's convenient for us to travel around with, and we can always get our bearings because the one needle always points to what they call north. Well,
anybody else notice how he has handlebar beard? Like, I don't know why he has two braids right there. Like, I get it if you could do the whole, like, full braided beard thing. Like, that would be cool. But he just got the two handlebars there. I don't know what the fuck that's for. I mean, I feel like he's about to doubt whether or not, like, the compass actually works. So let's get on into it.
I think they applied north, east, west, and south to a compass just to confuse us from the real situation as to where the directions actually are on this plane in which we dwell. I'm going to draw an AE map here to scale a course.
All right, now I'm starting to wonder whether he's a troll, because he's like, I'm going to draw this to scale, okay? Big fucking circle. You believe in me yet? Oh, you are? Okay, well, I'll keep spouting my shit if you're going to keep believing it.
There you go.
There you go.
I say this is north, south, east, and west.
What the fuck? This right here is the north. It was what we think of as the North Pole. And then this is the edge of the flat earth, and then everything outside of it is the ice wall, and then there's water inside of it. This is north, south, east, and west, apparently. I don't know how that fucking works.
I'll show you why, because it don't make a lick of sense to me.
This is not making a lick of fucking sense to me either, buddy. I gotta be honest with you.
It all looked good on Dave DITRH's video where he put the compass around the magnet and went around this way, and thing always points west, and when you come back around this way, the thing always points east. But that don't make a lick of sense. I mean, it might somehow work for navigation, but I'll show you why it's so goddamn confusing.
So it might work for navigational purposes, but it's goddamn confusing to me, so it's gotta be wrong. My personal incredulity is turned up to fucking 11, guys, and I'm gonna draw that on my board too.
Here's the United States, here's South America, here's India, China, Russia, all that. There's Australia up here.
Alright, not that I'm any kind of cartographer or anything like that, but I mean, he's got Australia to the left of Russia that is also a big blob, but Russia apparently said fuck Europe and just crashed right into goddamn Canada that's above North America. I have no fucking idea what planet this is. It is not Earth.
So I get in my little boat, or my big boat, or whatever boat I'm traveling in, because
I would bet that you don't have a boat. I'm just saying.
I'm going to circumnavigate this son of a gun.
I'm gonna circumnavigate this son of a bitch right here. I'm gonna make it my bitch. That's what I'm gonna do.
So I started out here on the west coast. Now I'm gonna go west, I guess.
Oh
So
shit.
I get to circling around here like this. Well, I'm headed back this way.
Where the fuck is Japan on this map? But also on this thing, considering that he's like fuck all with the actual north and south, east west. So he starts out going west, and then for some reason he turns. If you go just straight across the ocean, which it would actually take longer to go straight across the ocean than arc, but if you were to go straight across the ocean, you know, you would theoretically land on, China or Japan. But for him here, what he's doing is he's leaving west and then slowly turning up. Now, like I said, I'm not a cartographer, I'm not a navigator, but something tells me that if he leaves off the west coast of the United States and he turns to the right and he keeps turning to the right, something tells me he's probably gonna end right back fucking in the same port that he was. Do you imagine? Can you imagine him like getting to like the west coast of the USA again, being like, well, goddamn, Russia sure does look like the United States here. I'm glad I came.
But the problem is, I'm standing here on the west coast of the United States, and I'm on a western course, keeping my needle on the center, what they like to call north. I don't think that's right. Anyway, I come sailing around here and come over to this.
What? Like, okay, if I follow like the actual compass and I just go north, then I'm not gonna run into fucking Russia. I'm going to run into Canada or something. Now, in case you guys don't know, true north and the magnetic north are actually different. Magnetic north actually has moved to closer to Siberia right now. And the magnetic north actually moves as the magnetic field, around the earth and whatnot kind of changes throughout time. And so right now it's kind of near Siberia or whatnot. And then there's the actual true North Pole, which is very different from magnetic. So, I mean, the compass points to the magnetic North Pole, and what you have to do is you have to have adjustments for your compass for like altitude and all that kind of stuff, because it changes. There's vast changes to it. Sometimes if you go up high enough, like on a mountain or something, did you know that the compass will sometimes actually point to the South Pole as the North Pole, just because of, how high up you are, like the altitude of it. So there's a lot of things you got to take into consideration when navigating by compass. None of that applies here, because if he were to truly go west, like KC said, he'd run into the fucking ice wall that apparently keeps all the water in.
This coast right here, and this coast right here is the east coast of, let's say, India or China or Japan.
Well, India, China, okay, look, India is very different than China. It goes Japan, China, and then India. I don't fucking... Even then, there's other countries between them and India. India, China, fucking Mars. I don't even fucking know. It could be Mars. You don't know.
Well, these folks over here, I'm standing here looking at a sunset pointing this way, pointing west where the sun sets for me. These guys up here standing on this shore saying that, pointing this way at the sun coming up, saying that that's east. Now, how confusing is that? We're both standing here, on opposite sides of the center, looking the same direction, calling it two different things. I think somebody's trying to confuse us again with this compass thing and arbitrary directions that they put on it.
Okay, for one thing, the direction in which you look is totally relative to your position on the earth. I get how he's confused, but at the same time, this is basic, like, shit.
That makes east and west subjective. They're not every mile you travel, those directions change. And I don't think that's really the way it is. I think east, west, south, and north are specific points, maybe even portals,
maybe even portholes.
Did you guys just hear portals? They're north, south, east, and west are points or portals. I mean, does he think that they're stargates? Is he gonna travel to Mars through the Stargate or some shit?
Honey.
Oh, his home planet. Okay.
Yes.
Shoot away from and made to believe that they're something else. You know, they're things on what they call a compass that they allege always points north. I don't think the compass points to anything but the center.
I don't think the compass points to anything but the center. Like, even if that were true, that would mean that the center of this flat Earth map has, a hefty amount of magnetic material in it or at it or something that would cause it to point that way. Well, I don't know if you think that magical fairy fucking dust powers compasses, but I can assure you that it's just detecting magnets. Did you know that you could just get a cup of water and like a needle and you could create a compass? Like, there's no magic behind it. It's just, it's magnetism. That's all it fucking is.
I think a compass points to the center. I don't believe that that's north, or I don't think that that's north.
Okay, where's your evidence that it's not north? All you did was draw on a fucking dry erase board and say, this isn't how shit works, and I know because it's confusing to me. That's textbook personal incredulity. You don't understand it, so therefore it's wrong. And that's not how shit works.
Evidently now east and pointing exactly the same direction. His sun's setting over here, and he points west. And I'm standing here on this side.
Did that motherfucker just point to the east and say west? I mean, at least get your own mapping of the world right was in regards to north, south, east, and west, bro.
Pointing east, you know, just because the sun comes up there. I don't think east and west belong on a compass. A compass is a great tool for navigation, but the symbols on it are all wrong.
And you provided nothing at all to suggest otherwise. But I mean, you want to say that, oh, there shouldn't be an east and west. Okay, well, what about whenever whenever you're facing east or west and that fucking compass is pointing your ass back north? Like, I don't understand why they shouldn't be there. I mean, that doesn't make sense to me.
It points to the center, and you can call this dick, and you can call this head, you know, or.
Did he just say you can call this dick and this head? I'm fairly certain he just said call this one dick and this one head.
It points to the center, and you can call this dick, and you can call this head, you know.
You can call this dick and this head? What the what? Why would you call it that? I'm gonna go over to the dick coast. I hear they got some thickins out there. Well, I could really use some head, so I'm gonna go on over to the head continent.
I have you now.